Hey guy, I'm sick, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from promoting my brand new merch. We have hoodies, shirts, hat, poster. We even have a signed trading card commemorating my illustrious football career. Check it out. A lot of people seem to think that you can't promote new merch if you're sick, but they couldn't be more wrong. What do you think I'm gonna do? Sneeze all over the shirts? You think you're gonna buy a shirt and there's gonna be little sneezes all over it? That's ridiculous. I'm an adult, I have tissues. I'm sorry, I just think you're being really dramatic about this. I'm nowhere near the shirts. I'm not in the warehouse, okay? I couldn't sneeze on them even if I wanted to. And I do kind of want to. Whatever, go to drewgoodshop.com, see if I care.
About a year ago, my friend sent me a screenshot of an ad he got on Facebook, and it's been haunting me ever since. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, oh no, that poor woman, this is how she'll be remembered forever? Surely there was another reference photo they could have used for this. Maybe even one where she's awake? I just hope that when her family showed it to her, she threw it into a blender and wrote them all out of her will. At least that's what I thought at first. But as time has passed, I realized that actually this might be the funniest way to be remembered. What a gift to be immortalized so artistically. If my grandkids came up to me and said, "This is how we will honor your legacy, Grandpa," and it's just me like, I would love that. I would write them into my will, because they were not in there before. So I think one of the first things that stood out to me about this website is the juxtaposition between the poetic language used to describe these products next to, I don't know, the dorkiest looking statue I've ever seen in my life. Imagine your kid standing with a big smile and a twinkle in eyes. The playful energy and carefree spirit of childhood is immortalized in these beautiful figurines, a work of art that captures the magic of their journey and creates a stunning memento that will spark joy for years to come. The holiest bobblehead you'll ever own? I'm sorry, what gave you the idea that my bobbleheads are unholy? Fuck you. You know, it's actually funny they say this because as a 29-year-old man, I do own 2 bobbleheads, and both of them have kind of aged poorly in their own ways. One of them is Tua Tagovailoa when he won the MVP, the Nickelodeon valuable player. But shortly after I bought this, he started suffering from a series of concussions that now makes me a little uncomfortable, you know, jostling his head around. And the other one I got several years ago, it's Jonathan Isaac. Now, I know to like 98% of you, that doesn't mean anything. This just looks like a guy. But if you do know who Jonathan Isaac is, then you know that it actually doesn't get much holier than this. And I'm not just saying that because his freaking arm fell off. No, it's because he's like if a youth pastor played basketball. This has got to be the craziest one. When a fan's love for their idol meets art, the magic happens. A stunning figurine like this will not only capture your hero's legendary presence, but also feature you as a devoted fan. So the concept for this one is you get a statue of you standing in front of a statue of your idol. But just to be clear, it's not supposed to be them as a person. It literally is a statue. I love the idea that someone would go to all the trouble to get this 3D printed, but is still like, well, I wouldn't actually meet them in real life. They're not like my friend, but I could be standing in front of a cardboard cutout. It looks like they forgot to put the actual prices on some of these, so it's just a crossed out number. It doesn't cost $99. Okay, well, how much does it cost? Either less than or more than $99. Actually, the price range on these, one of the craziest things I've ever seen. The cheapest thing you can get is like $50 if you're just getting a head. The most expensive thing you can get on my3dselfie.com is a family of 9, all 1 foot tall, wearing custom clothing. Are you ready for this? $6,741.
Hey kids, I know you are all very excited to get to go to Disney this summer.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
But unfortunately, we are gonna have to cancel the trip because Daddy spent our vacation money on something different.
Well, that's okay. Did he at least get us something cool like an Xbox?
No.
Or maybe a bigger car?
Yeah, so we don't all have to cram into the Prius anymore.
That would have been nice, but no, actually.
Oh, I bet he fixed the roof finally. You guys know how it leaks on my bed every night.
It's not the roof, dumbass. You keep pissing yourself.
What?
Guys, relax. Our father's a smart man. Smartest guy I know. Look, I was as excited as anyone to see Mickey Mouse this year, but even I know that taking a family of 9 to Disney World is expensive. So if Dad decided that it would be more fiscally responsible to use those funds for something else, then who are we to cast judgment? Has he ever let us down before?
No.
You're right.
Exactly. So go ahead, Mom. Tell us what he bought. Bunch of nutcrackers.
Oh my god, they have video testimonials?
I want to give you a big thank you.
Wow, that's the guy from this video that we're watching right now. It looks just like him.
Oh, yeah. Hey, just look at it.
Okay.
Just look at it.
I am.
Is that perfect or what?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's celebrate by singing a good old Lazy Settled Work song.
Oh, you don't have
The
to.
Camptown racetrack 5 miles long, all the doodah day. Why to run all night? Why to run all day?
They cut him off in the middle of the song. This is on their official YouTube channel, which means they edited out the end of the song. They just cut him off mid-word.
Doodah, doodah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks, man. I wonder.
My statue of
I have bought more.
my
than
art.
one.
Great big films. They make a lot of good points. Wait, they don't just have customer videos on their YouTube channel. They also have other videos? Holy shit.
Will you marry me?
Is that Zach Braff?
Honey, I was thinking, what should we have as our wedding cake topper?
Yeah, if there's one thing I know about guys, it's that we're always obsessing over our wedding cake toppers, especially unprompted at dinner.
Let me search for it.
She brought her laptop?
This is my 3D selfie. They make amazing, fully customized 3D selfie.
Oh, wow, amazing. Wow, that looks real and lifelike.
Just like this video does. I didn't know you could scroll down on a web page by typing sideways on your keyboard.
Hey, look, they offer custom figurines.
Why not stick with the standard?
Stop being cheap here.
You know, I like how they showed him really contemplating it.
Okay, honey.
Like, he's not sure if he wants this or not, and that's a pretty honest way to show off your product. I respect that.
Yay!
Why is this part of the video?
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Oh, wow, unbelievable. I love it.
Oh man, rough turnout, huh? Spent all that money on a custom wedding cake topper and only 12 people showed up? Yikes. Well, I don't know about you guys, but after seeing that video, I am more apprehensive than I was before. But it looks like the reviews are pretty positive. 5 stars, grandson looking good. Yeah, my grandpa used to say that to me every time he saw me. I did not like that. 4 stars, pretty close rendering. Yeah, you know, maybe you should have taken a pretty close photo so we could actually see it. Uh-oh, this one's only 3 stars. Not quite. They tried really hard, but missed the mark. Well, to be fair, Steven, you don't actually know that they tried really hard. You're kind of assuming they did. You know, I will say, I began this journey wanting to clown on this silly looking product, but it actually is kind of nice reading the reviews from people who bought these because their pets died and they wanted something to remember them by. I had tears in my eyes on the day we received our box from UPS when Michael opened up the box and there was Sophie looking right at me. I felt as if Sophie's spirit came back to be with us once again. Thank you so much. Like, that's so sweet. I don't know why they took a photo of its ass, but it's still really nice. So ever since I saw this ad, I knew that I wanted to have custom figures made, but I didn't know of who. And then it hit me. I'm about to see all my internet friends at VidCon in a couple months. I should surprise them with little action figures that look just like them. I mean, you know how YouTubers are, obsessed with themselves. So I think they're gonna like it. I think this is a great idea. So this part ended up taking a lot longer than I expected. First, I had to settle on one photo for each of them that I felt captured their essence as a person. Danny winning his Streamy Award, Jakey in his yoga ball, Jarvis dressed to the nines at Creator Clash. The problem is, on top of all that, you have to give them 4 photos in total, one of which from behind. And I didn't just have photos of all my friends' butts lying around, and I didn't want to text them to ask for photos of their butts because it would raise suspicions as to what I'm doing. And also I would sound like a pervert. But after hours and hours of careful perusing, I was able to find just what I needed. Or at the very least, close to what I needed. Hopefully this works.
I don't think words can truly express how excited I am to see these. The box is much lighter than I thought it would be. There's supposed to be 5 figures in here and it's like 2 pounds. So I don't know. They must not be very dense. Who do you think's gonna be first? I'm not so sure how to say this, but I think they made Jarvis white. Uh-oh. That one's pretty good, actually. That's Eddie. I mean, come on. That looks just like him. They gave him glasses, but the glasses are just kind of painted on. Like, I'm wearing glasses now, but they're a physical object on my face. I didn't just paint circles around my eyes. They did it! That doesn't really look like him in the face, but they got him in his chair, in his yoga ball. It's not a chair. He uses the yoga ball as a chair. I had to pay extra for this, by the way. They gave me rendering images that I could approve before they actually printed them. But originally they sent it and it was just him standing up. And I was like, his whole thing is the yoga ball. I'm gonna need him to be in the yoga ball. And they were like, okay, fine, but that'll be $50 more. And I was like, okay, here's $50 more. Little did they know I would have spent anything for this. To me, this is priceless. But to them, it's $50. As far as faces go, Eddie definitely had the most realistic face. This, I don't know who this guy is. Kind of looks like one of the Big Time Rush boys. It's so fun. This video started as a total joke, but I'm actually really excited to see these, and I think that they will enjoy these. If not, I'll just find new friends, baby. Oh no. Okay. Danny's not gonna like this one, I don't think. Yeah. It's definitely the worst one so far. I don't know, what do you guys think? That look like Danny? I will say it looks better than I expected overall. I mean, the suit looks good. The little statue that he's carrying looks really good. Like, that looks like the Streamy Award. But his face, man, I don't know. Last one, Curtis. All right, here we go. That's pretty good. You know, they got his mullet. They got his mustache. They got some tattoos on there. Yeah, I'd say that's Curtis. I think he'll like that. If I had to nitpick, there's not a lot of detail in the faces. Like, the faces look blurry, especially when you compare them to the rendering photos they sent. It's kind of like smudged almost, like they just kind of like... I'm taking a picture.
With VidCon fast approaching, I packed up my backpack and took my new little friends on the biggest journey of their lives. Or, you know, the second biggest journey of their lives, depending on how far away they were shipped from.
Thanks for meeting me here, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. I'm excited to see what's going on. You've been very secretive about this whole thing.
Yeah, because it's a surprise. And if I told you what it was, then you wouldn't be surprised. From seeing the bags, do you guys have any guesses?
It looks like a gift, so I'm assuming it might be something that we both like, or maybe they're personalized gifts. So
Yeah, maybe.
Pretty personalized, I'd say.
Okay.
Hey Jarvis, so we've been friends for a while and I just felt like I wanted to get you a gift.
Oh.
So any guesses as to what it might be?
No guesses. You've given me no hints or context.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to expect. But
That's
I
good.
feel like you kind of normally have like weird stuff.
Yeah, you could say it's a little weird.
Okay.
What do you think it is? Maybe like jewelry or like a figure of some sort. Maybe a figure of some sort.
Yeah, so you know how a couple weeks ago I was at a record store and I texted you a picture of the Ghost of Tsushima vinyl and you were like, that's really cool. And I was like, you're in luck. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
I got you something.
You get. Should I just the size of it? Do you want to play with it or should I?
Yeah, I'll pop it.
What the fuck? What the hell? And so this was in the store with the vinyls, or?
Found on our website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Found it already on the website, or this was?
EddieBurbeck.com. You never been there?
Oh my God. What? Wait. Whoa! What? This is so cool.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is so neat. Wow, I just love this.
Yeah, yours didn't turn out so good.
Oh wait, yeah, this is.
This is really good.
Why? I'm not actually sure why. I bought these like 3 months ago. It's pretty good.
We were all way more confused why we got you also.
Yeah.
Did you make this before you knew if my hair was gonna grow back?
I tried to say like, I want this pose, but this is what his hair normally looks like. I want it, but I don't think they listen to that.
I don't look like this, right? I'm looking into this little guy's eyes, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I really like.
I can tell you guys really love it a lot.
It's they kind of made you white.
They did. That happens a lot.
I'm sorry. Maybe I got scammed.
Yeah. I mean, but this is cool. I don't think I've ever looked as cool as this guy is. Nor have I looked his way.
Yeah. That's not bad. Especially, is this the photo from Creator Clash? This is my Getty image.
That's a Getty image.
I did not expect this was gonna be the gift. I would assume for a video it'd be like a little weird.
Yours cost more because of the yoga ball. I like that you did the Last of Us video too, because they did the loafers that I was wearing. Well, you also look so good in that video. You're so well dressed.
It was a really good moment in time for you, I think.
Yeah.
You looked really good.
I love
Creator
that I
Clash.
now have like a 3D action figure version of the suit. Also, Jordan's here.
I'm just gonna head out.
Did you think I was getting one for you too? Or?
You just said there was like a gift or some shit.
No,
Well, there
we
was-
got you something.
Yeah. No, this isn't it.
No, you didn't get me the same
You
thing.
were telling me that you really like Dragon Ball Z,
Sure,
and
yeah.
so I made
Well,
you into a Dragon Ball Z character.
This is a lot like the one I bought you for.
He got that for you?
I feel like he got even the back of my head right.
Yeah, no, that's like spot on.
They couldn't see the back of my head.
It's $200. It's like expensive, but I feel like you could have got two of those. You know, for
Right,
the sake of a video,
right, I
because you're
did-
making money
yeah.
on the video.
No, I-
So the theme of the website is like getting something to a lot of people do like pets, right? If their pet passes away and they want like a model of it, and I figured if you ever die, then you'll still have this to look back on.
If Danny dies, he'll have that.
Yeah, just to remember like all the good times he had, like when he won the streamy.
Yeah, it would be nice to look back on all the times when I wasn't, dead. So,
dead, yeah.
and this was definitely one of those moments.
Yeah, and then Curtis, you could do that as well when you die soon,
Yeah,
and then
I
you'll
could-
be able to look back on that.
Yeah. What?
And then Drew was opening one of these bags with a gun in it.
You didn't give me an ass, that's for sure.
Yeah, they did. That was not very flattering for you there. Sorry.
You
about
could eat off this ass. It's that flat.
that. Yeah, that is a perfectly level ass.
Looks good, but the details are kind of lost in the face. It gets a little blurry.
Look at his face.
Mark has brown leaf.
Who is this?
I know.
This is. Yeah. I look at this man's face a lot.
I was just trying to be nice.
This is just mad someone else.
Well, thank you so much, man. I love this
thank
guy.
you.
He's just like me.
Aw. Yeah, you should. Oh, okay. Oh, no. What are you guys? No. You see, it's like was it a voodoo doll?
I'm gonna eat my own ass on here. It's gonna feel awesome.
Oh, we don't feel what's on? This is not a. We don't feel.
Wow, I couldn't believe it. My friends finally liked me. And all it cost was $1,000. It just goes to show that even if you were born with the world's worst personality like I was, and you stink like shit because you don't like to shower because you're scared you're gonna drown, most people can still be bribed into being your friend. And you never know until you try.
We interrupt this video with an important announcement regarding the sponsor of this video. The announcement is that the sponsor of this video is HelloFresh. I'm getting word that they have delicious meals that come to your door in a box every week, and that it's a great way to try new recipes without having to spend hours at the grocery store looking for 37 different ingredients. Can we get confirmation on this?
That's right, Drew. In fact, I'll take it from here.
Okay, fine.
I didn't want to do it anyway.
Guys, there's a reason I've been ordering HelloFresh for years now. It's because every day, no matter how much I try, I always end up hungry again at some point. It's just one of my little quirks, I don't know. But no matter what I'm in the mood for, I know HelloFresh has me covered with 40 different recipes to choose from every single week. One of the best things about HelloFresh is the quick and easy meals, which only take like 10-15 minutes. Sometimes I'm too busy to spend an hour in front of my stove, and other times, I just don't want to. So if I can whip something up in a few minutes that's cheaper than takeout and doesn't show up all cold and soggy like delivery, that's pretty good to me. That is something that I like. I also love that the ingredients are already measured out and the instructions are simple to follow and there's pictures. I don't have to use my brain at all. It's the best. Plus, HelloFresh can be your one-stop shop for more than just dinners. You can throw in some desserts or some lunches or a big hunk of beef. I don't care. Do whatever you want with it. It's none of my business. So if you want to try HelloFresh and finally see what all the dang hype is about, go to HelloFresh.com and use my code I'mALittleStinker50 at checkout for 50% off your order plus free shipping. That's promo code I'mALittleStinker50 at HelloFresh.com for 50% off. And if you want to hear me say that a third time, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to rewind the video. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring my channel.
Everyone who stayed until the end of the video is in for a treat because I have a surprise. I also got one of these for my sweet, beautiful wife. Isn't that right?
Yep.
All right, here you go.
You know, I was really jealous everyone getting theirs.
She had no idea.
I was always thinking about that.
She was always thinking about this forever.
And you haven't seen this either, right?
Nope. I have not seen this. I made you a businesswoman.
My head is too big.
Well, this one was cheaper than the other ones.
Now I have 3 bobbleheads. I also got one for our cat, but she's got a cone on her head right now because she had to get a tooth removed. So I don't want to add any more stress to her life, but I'll let my wife open that one too. Yeah, that's her face. Look at her face.
Yeah,
that's it. They did good on the face. I like the proportions. I like that she wishes she was this tall. Oh my god. If she was this tall and we could ride her around like a donkey.
It's kind of fun. I like it.
She likes it. And would you say you like me now?
Yeah, I like you now.
Wow, I can't believe it. My wife finally likes me.